guys, this is People Get Ready. It's a traditional that I am stealing and redoing in my own sort of R&B style. Starts with a D chord, traditional bar chord shape. And then it goes to a B minor 7. And all you got to do to get the B minor 7 is keep your third finger barred, bring your middle finger over to the 7th fret, mute out the 5th string, so 7th fret low string, and that's your B minor 7. And then you come down to a G chord. I do it F style. I think actually in the recording I left out this high string, but you can play it if you want. And if you're flexible, you can actually get the bass with your thumb. If not, that's cool, as long as you got a G chord. So D, B minor 7, 2 hits on the G, back to your D. Now if you're comfortable, throw in the scratches too, where I'm going, I'm kind of scratching as my right hand comes into the strings to kind of mute them a little bit. So you get this kind of percussive thing. Kind of like that, where my hand is actually covering the strings. I'm also covering them here by relaxing the shape of the bar chord, and that way muting all the strings out. But also over here, I kind of come down and I just down scratch with the pick, just to add a little bit of feel to it, you know. So if you're comfortable, you can add that in there, just after the D and after the B minor 7. So those are just 2 hits, and you want to kind of add a space in there if you can, where you do that palm mute thing, where your hand comes in, mutes the strings 2 times in a row, back to the D. Now that is going to take a little work, I admit. I mean, I did that for quite a while, just kind of learning other styles of music earlier on, but it kind of just adds to like fill up the rhythm, you know. I don't know, it kind of adds to the groove, I guess. So that's what you're going to do 3 times through. Now the very last pass on this, you're going to start on your B minor 7 up to an E minor 7, which you guys probably know from a traditional E minor bar chord with the pinky involved on the 3rd string there. You're just going to lift that off, bar it over with your 1st finger. So this note, the 3rd fret, 9th fret, 3rd string 9th fret, is going to go to the 7th fret. So that's your E minor 7. So you're going to go B minor, same rhythm pattern too. And then the hardest chord to grab, I think, which is the same as the G, but what you're going to do is throw the A in the bass. Now you're going to get your A from the E string at the 5th fret, the low string at the 5th fret. And then back to the D to resolve it. So it's the last section through is B minor 7, E minor 7, G over A is what this is called. Same rhythm. So it's now you could, in the context of just this riff, you could play this G over A with the open A string. And I'm not necessarily discouraging that, but if you were to switch keys with this, in other words, move anywhere but starting at the 5th fret, it's not going to work. So it's probably better for you, and that's why I'm encouraging this shape, to learn this version of G over A, because you can take and move this anywhere depending on where you play this riff, because this note will always move with you. You learn this shape once, you got it forever. That's kind of the idea. So the whole riff sounds like this. You have 3 sections of the first part. Then we switch to B minor 7, E minor 7, G over A, back to the D. So it's just a four pattern loop, so to speak. Now there's some other little things I'm throwing in here to make it interesting, which you're probably all wondering about. Over the D chord, I'm doing a little thing where I have a D chord, B minor, G over A, and then back to the D, and then I throw kind of a little bass line in there just to fill it up, where it's the third finger note, this note, where it's all kind of already found under the fingers, which is cool. So I'm doing, what is this, the fourth string, 7th fret note, the note that you're already fretting on this D bar chord. And I'm hitting this note, the A note, sliding up a whole step. First finger comes over to the third string, hits that D note, then I go back to the B note, slide back down. So it's I love these cool little symmetrical riffs, or licks, I should say, just found around chord shapes. It's super fun, super cool. So that's what I was kind of throwing in there just to fill up the space, because there's room in the song, and it just kind of adds the feel, of course. So.